All right, y'all. Super Bowl predictions is on deck. We're going to switch the order from the first lap. Zay, I believe you went last. So, Zay, if you want to kick us off, your Super Bowl predictions, who you got winning it, who you got playing in it, and who you got winning it.
So for this Super Bowl prediction, it's tough for me to really choose because of the AFC so stout, the NFC so not stout. But I got right now coming out of the AFC, I'm going Buffalo Bills, and I believe the Rams repeat.
We're seeing a Super Bowl preview on Thursday.
That was exactly. This actually was supposed to be the Super Bowl from last season, but unfortunately, the Bills not being able to get past the Chiefs has been their issue, and I think that's something that is not going to be a problem this season. I think the Bills are going to surpass the Chiefs astronomically if they play in the playoffs. I think the Bills are primed for a Super Bowl appearance. They were the favorites, in my opinion. I thought they were the favorites in the AFC last year with the weapons that they had. I think this year it's only going to get better with Gabe Davis emerging in that last year playoff, and he may be a big target this year. I think Dawson Knox, he's a red zone target, and I think Isaiah McKenzie is going to be a guy a lot of people are overlooking, but he may be a guy that might step into the spotlight because the Bills like to play slot a lot. And I think the Rams, the reason why I got them going back is because there's still a lot of rumors of OBJ going back to Los Angeles.
Still has a locker.
Yeah. So it's like it seems like he's going back. They're just waiting for him to get ready.
Yeah.
So I think when you add him, Allen Robinson, and Cooper Kupp with Cam Akers fully healthy, the offense is going to be flying. I think everyone's questioning the defense with the loss of Von Miller, but I think when you still got Jalen Ramsey on that defense, that defense is still strong no matter what. Jalen Ramsey is one of those rare guys. There's only a handful of guys that could really impact an entire defense. You talk about him, you talk about Donald. Those guys are stout. Those guys are strong, and those guys could command immediate impact once they're on the field. So that's why I got the Rams coming out the NFC. I love what Tom Brady is. I love Tom Brady, but there's questions. There's a lot of questions coming out that Tampa Bay locker room out there. We don't know what's going to happen. If is Tom Brady going to finish the season? Because if let's say 4 or 5 weeks in, he's like, yeah, I can't do it no more. That's it. And then it's going to be really interesting the way how that's going to come about. I think, and I don't really see anyone else really taking over the NFC outside the Rams. I think the 49ers have a chance. I think, I also said the Vikings can make some big noise, but I think when you look at the Rams themselves, it's very difficult to look at that team and say, yeah, the Vikings are going to overseat the Los Angeles Rams. I can't see it right now. Maybe midseason we could talk about it, and I'll change my mind. But right now I have the Rams, Buffalo Bills, Super Bowl. Tomorrow we'll get a little preview of what will come.
Yeah, the Rams ain't winning no Super Bowl back-to-back years. Hasn't been done since 2003, 2004.
Well, Zay, who do you have winning? Do you have them winning?
No, you have the Rams winning.
I got the Bills winning.
You got the Bills winning. Okay. My Super Bowl prediction, I like Tampa, right? I'm going to stay in Tampa before I get to the AFC. I like Tampa because a lot of people is doubting Tom Brady. I'm hearing this. And Tom Brady's one guy that you don't need to doubt. When you have 7 rings, right, and you have all the validation in the world, there's no motivation in that. So where do you find your motivation? You find your motivation from any little thing somebody says. And that's what Tom Brady's going to do. Everybody that's calling him out because of some offensive lineman missing, I saw the preseason game. They look fine to me. Guys will be coming back. We just need them back for the playoffs. I do believe Tom Brady is the GOAT. That's clear. And I do believe when you have a guy like Tom Brady, he's always going to prove to you why you shouldn't count him out. Even when he's down 24-3 in the Super Bowl, why you shouldn't count him out. I believe this year is another repetition of that. I like the Buccaneers. Too much talent. You're bringing Russell Gage. I'm engaged. You're bringing, Julio Jones. Julio, what's the dealio? Tom Brady will lead the Buccaneers to a Super Bowl. And they will be playing the Buffalo Bills. I hate to be the trendy guy because a lot of people go Buffalo. I hate it. I tried to find a way not to put Buffalo in there because I don't like following the trends. A lot of people's picking Buffalo a lot. And sometimes that's a bad thing because you don't live up to their expectations. Look, Josh Allen, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, they've been underdogs their whole entire careers. So right now for Buffalo, it's not about proving people wrong anymore. It's about proving people right. Everybody's picking y'all to go to the Super Bowl and win it ultimately or play in it. So now y'all went from proving people wrong about y'all skill sets and accuracy. Oh, he's not the polished route runner. Gabe Davis can't play the slot. He's only a downfield threat. Stephon Diggs, this, that, and the third. Well, now it's about, okay, we need to live up to this hype because everybody's picking us. So we have to prove people right. And I'm not sure if they can recover from that playoff game that they lost to Kansas City with 13 seconds. I don't know how that happened. I still can't process that till this day. But at the same time, if you really about it, then you got to be about it and forget about it and move on. So I like Buffalo and Tampa in the Super Bowl. And, of course, I'm never counting Tom Brady out in the bowl. I'm going with the Buccaneers. Tom Brady retires on top.
Coach?
Wow. I know earlier in the first topic, I did mention the Denver Broncos going to the Super Bowl this year. I did said that, but however, I might pivot a little bit. Coming from the AFC, I'm going to have to go with the Buffalo Bills. I do believe that it's truly about that time. They've been stopped short, 2 years in a row, especially by the Kansas City Chiefs. Jamison Crowder from the Jets, he's a good third down target for them. They got Von Miller on the defensive side of the ball. The defense is pretty much still the same. And I just think that, this is Josh Allen time to shine. I just felt like, it's no more excuses. NFC, I have to go with the Eagles. It's something about the Eagles that they did this past offseason that I have not seen in a while, especially they upgraded defensively and, with the addition of A.J. Brown. I believe that, it's really their time to shine coming out from the NFC West. Coming from the NFC, not West, I'm sorry. Just from the NFC alone. I don't believe in Brady no more. Brady and the Bucks. I just feel like, they already reached their peak. Matthew Stafford, I'm kind of worried about that elbow, even though they, sources say, hey, he's fine, but I don't know. Things like, especially the elbow, from a baseball aspect, it could be very lethal, very dangerous. So I just think that the Eagles and the Bills will see each other in the Super Bowl, and I do have the Bills coming out, victorious.
Wow. So I'm going to be the only one not to pick the Bills to come out of the AFC. And guys, I'm going to go with two teams a little bit off the radar that I thought no one was going to pick, but we'll get into that. This is crazy. Out of the AFC, I think we're going to see a theme in both conferences that historically, right? The NFL has been the league for passers, especially in the playoffs. If you can't throw in the playoffs, it's going to be tough for you to win. But now we've officially entered this new era of you can't really win in the playoffs unless it's Tom Brady or like a rare instance. Like if you want to win in most quarterbacks today have a quarterback that can at least run a little bit. And I think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to come out of the AFC and represent the American Football Conference in the Super Bowl. The last time the Ravens had a quarterback entering a season playing on their last year, their deal, you guys know what happened. Joe Flacco back in 2013, one of the greatest bet on yourself years ever. He leads the Ravens to the Super Bowl. I think the same thing happens this year. This team was 8-3 last year when Lamar Jackson went down. And even before that, they lose J.K. Dobbins. They lose Gus Edwards. They lose Marcus Peters. All those guys are healthy. I love their draft, bringing in Kyle Hamilton and the center from Iowa, Linderbaum. I'm a big Coach Harbaugh fan. I love his aggressiveness. I think Lamar Jackson's going to be out to prove a mission this year. And I'll take the Ravens to come out of the AFC. And I'm going to be with Coach in the NFC. I thought it was going to be a bold prediction because Will said, I'll have them in Championship Sunday. But Coach, he stole my thunder. I'll have the Eagles coming out of the NFC. I love Jalen Hurts. I think he's in for a big improvement. Also love the draft pick of Jordan Davis, adding A.J. Brown. This team made the playoffs a year early last year. I think they're going to go even further this year. And I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl, and Lamar Jackson is going to raise the Lombardi Trophy for the first time over the Philadelphia Eagles. Give me the Ravens.
Could we get real quick? Can I make a dark horse prediction for the Super Bowl? Just a quick one.
The Jets?
I would love to say the Jets. But I'm not going to go that far with the Jets take.
Don't end my night. Don't end my night early. I plan on staying.
I'm gonna go with something that's reasonable and something it's gonna be dark horse. It's not reasonable, but something that can possibly happen if everything went right for these two organizations. And I mentioned them both today. I think that's the Denver Broncos versus the Minnesota Vikings. I think these two teams have a prove it year. And even with Russell Wilson going in for the first year, it seems like he has to prove that he's worth the money, but B, he's that guy that Pete Carroll was quote unquote holding back. But since 2019, or even during that 2019 season, this is the year that he shows out, I think. And I think it could work out in his favor. Of course it'll work out in his favor, but I think it'll be a year that he just gonna just fire on all cylinders and just go to a level we haven't seen Russell Wilson go to just yet. And I think same thing with Kirk Cousins. It's a year where, all right, you had all these weapons. Dalvin Cook has been dabbling with injuries in and out since you've been here. We get that, but this is the year. You have the division in your hands. Right now is your division to lose with the Green Bay Packers offense being in shambles. Their defense is stout nonetheless, but your offense is so amazing that there's no way that you can't take this division the way y'all can operate. So I think if everything fires on all cylinders, everything goes in their favor, similar to what happened with the Bengals last year. I keep using them as a key because everything went right for that damn team last year. If everything goes right, right, that's like it's ridiculous. You know, if everything goes right, I'll have the Denver Broncos versus the Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl with Russell Wilson winning that ring.
That's crazy. You know what, Zay? You spoke the idea. Look, football's around the corner. Even though we have an agenda, you know, we have time. We have some time here. I don't got nothing to do. I like what you just did there. Let's give an alternative prediction, an alternative Super Bowl prediction. We just gave one. Let's do an alternative one. And you know what? My alternative Super Bowl prediction, I'm going the Cincinnati Bengals, and I give you the 49ers. Bengals 49ers. You see, if Trey Lance is that dude, right? And I listen, it's possible. He might be that dude. He might bring another element. He's going to struggle, but he also is going to play well and bring another element to that team. They have all the talent in the world. They have Deebo Samuel. They have Brandon Ayuk. They got Kyle Juszczyk. They got George Kittle. They got the people on defense. Bosa. All them guys out there, defensive guys. They windows here. They window been open. They window still open. So they should be able to get there because it's still open. So yeah, let Trey Lance. I like the flow right there. Let Trey Lance take this dance and take San Fran to the Super Bowl. And also Bengals. Nobody talked about Bengals here on the show. Nobody picked the Bengals. Nobody even said nothing about no conference championship. So we believe, I'm guessing that last year was a fluke and they're not going to do it again. Or the NFL is just this better league. I still think the Bengals got better from where they was last year. Joe Burrow had no time to even think. Process anything, process reads, just get it out there to Jamar Chase. Let him do something with it. He got time to process what he's seen on the football field now with the linemen that they put in front of him. So, yeah, that's my alternative Super Bowl prediction. Bengals and the 49ers.
I'll just say quickly, I don't have an alternative Super Bowl prediction. I'll just stick with my two. But just reacting to the Bengals,
Zach is set in stone, bro. He's set in stone.
I agree with Lil. I do not think last season was a fluke for the Bengals. And I'll say this. I think right now, the clear four best teams in the AFC in no order are the Bills, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bengals. I view those four teams as the class of the AFC right now.
I ain't buying the Chiefs this year, but go ahead, coach.
If he could get his head right, when I say he, I'm talking about the head coach for the LA Chargers. If he's not gritty, I'm going on fourth down, kind of like, hey, let's play football, let's play smart. I do think that this Chargers team could go to the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
Coach, let me warn you, bro. Don't start Zach up here. I'm not trying to have another 15, 20 minutes on it. Please don't start Zach up here, bro. I'm warning you.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, on paper, this team is legit, top 5 offensively and defensively. Like I said, if the coach could get his head right and don't make any boneheaded decisions, I do think the Chargers could make it out the AFC. From the NFC, who would I say?
Coach, before you say that, I'll just say this. Will has that coach, Brandon Staley, winning coach of the year. He's that confident in him. I'm not. So, I'll let you do what you want with that information. Okay.
And coming out from the NFC, I mean, if it's his last ride, I'm about to go with Brady, man. Brady and the Bucks. If it's like, Giselle want Brady home. I believe that if it's his time to go, I like the Chargers and the Bucks in the Super Bowl as an alternative.
I'm gonna end here unless anybody got anything to add. Tom Brady basically chose football over Giselle.
Yeah,
he's gonna win the Super Bowl, bro. He chose football over a supermodel and his kids. Yes. You mean to tell me he's not going to play with a purpose this year? Why am I here if it's not to win? Otherwise, I could be retired. Come on, man. Stop sleeping on the goal.
Does he want to be a Buccaneer? I think he might want to be a Dolphin.
I think a Raider.
He wanted to be, according to Dana White. But ladies and gentlemen, we got to come back here after the break. We are going to go over and under. Keep it locked.